Hi, I'm Pete Geoghegan with Sterling Silver Premium Beef. Today I'm going to talk to you about the ribeye. Normally you're going to cut your ribeye steaks. You're also going to roast it as a prime rib. I'm going to show you a few other ways that you can actually maximize profits and have different items on the menu to offer up to your customers. Let's get started. I've got the back side of the ribeye here, and what I'm going to do is start working off the top cap. So there's a natural seam that goes along here. You can see where the fat and the meat connect. I'm just going to get it started a little bit with my knife, and then ultimately I can start peeling that back. So there's two muscles here. So you have your top cap, which is called the spinalis, and then there's also the complexus, which then runs up into the chuck. Spinalis is off, and then you've got your heart of your rib. I'm going to actually put the spinalis aside and start working on the heart of the rib. So right here, there's another seam that goes down. This is where your tail is, which we're going to remove that. You can take that tail off, and you can actually trim some of that, use it for your grinds, take some of that fat, render it down. Again, you don't want to waste anything. Afterwards, we got the heart of the rib here. We're going to do some more trimming to it. So we have what we call our finger meat here that comes in between the ribs. We want to clean some of that off. These are really delicious if you throw them in the fryer, but you can also grind these, put them in stock, you can braise them a little bit. So I'm going to cut some steaks out of this. Almost look like little fillets, right? But look at that beautiful marbling there. So now as you start getting towards the loin end and it gets thicker, you can cut bigger pieces if you want, or you can split it, which is what I like to do. So again, you got these beautiful medallions. Very versatile. So many different items that you can put on your menu. Okay, so now we got the top cap, or spinalis, a lot of folks will call it. Well, I mentioned earlier that there's two muscles, the complexus, and then you have the spinalis, the top cap. I'm going to remove this piece. Some people might leave it on. It's pretty darn tasty, but it still doesn't eat the same. Now, I'm going to go in and trim. We have a lot of silver skin on here that needs to be removed. Again, this is a premium cut. You need to make sure that if you're going to do this, you get the right price on your menu for it. Probably something that you're going to want to run as a special. Don't be afraid to charge for it, because most people are going to eat it and think it's the best thing they've ever put in their mouths. But again, we want to have a great experience with it, so really important to just get all that silver skin off. When you look at buying your ribeyes, you're going to have typically ribeyes that are 15 pounds and under, and then 15 pounds and over. This can be done on any size ribeye, but if you go with the larger ribeyes, 15 and ups, you're going to have a bigger spinalis, which then again is a lot easier to work with. So my suggestion would be definitely going with the ups if you're going to do this, but if you're already buying the 15s and downs, you can still do it with those. There's a few different ways that you can manipulate or cut this top cap. You can leave it whole, roast it that way, slice it. You can cut it into little steaks, or you can even roll it and then tie it and cut your steaks out of it, almost like a pinwheel. Cut your steaks just like that. You do it that way. Or we can cut steaks pieces like that. These are even good to cut on a bias and use for skewers. Okay, here we have the whole ribeye. What do you typically do with it? You cut ribeye steaks, or you roast it whole as a prime rib. Today, what we showed you is how you take that apart and create new items for your menu. So we took the top cap off, we cleaned that up, and what did we end up with? A few different options. We rolled it, tied it, and cut our pinwheels, or you can cut steaks out of it. You can leave the whole piece whole if you want. Then you can slice it on a bias. You can weave a skewer through here and make these skewer ready. So that's one way. Menu it as a top cap, a ribeye cap, a rib cap steak. Many different ways you can call it on your menu. Make sure that you're getting the best value out of it, because this is probably one of the best pieces of meat that you're ever gonna taste off the animal. And then we have the heart of the rib. Right, so what do you end up? You clean it up, it looks like a fillet, just a big fillet on steroids. You got your medallions, 3-4 ounce pieces, and then we've got this beautiful 9 ounce heart of the rib fillet. Or you can keep it as a fillet and make a roast out of it. You cut it into halves or maybe into thirds and roast them. Make it a little bit more manageable, whether you're slicing it for a party or it's going to be for a Sunday brunch, whatever you decide. It's just many different ways you can take this ribeye that you typically just cut ribeye steaks and a prime rib out of. For more information, or if you have any questions, please go to sterlingsilvermeats.com. Enjoy.